Let me tell you about 5 powerful things you can do right now to limit sarcopenia, loss of muscle mass as you age. But first, let me share with you a quick story. A few months ago, I saw a patient in his early 50s. He was active, played tennis on the weekend, and considered himself pretty fit. But he started noticing something strange. Climbing stairs got harder, lifting groceries felt heavier, and his legs seemed to lose their strength. He brushed it off as just getting older, but what he didn't realize was that he was experiencing the early stages of sarcopenia, the silent muscle loss that sneaks up on you in midlife. And that's what we are going to talk about today. The 5 things you need to do to stop sarcopenia in its tracks before it robs you of your strength and independence. So he came into my office casually mentioning how he was losing a bit of strength. He joked about getting old and how maybe he just needed to hit the gym more. But when I asked him about his exercise routine, his diet, and his habits, it was clear. He was missing key elements to keep his muscle mass intact. Therefore, I sat him down and explained that sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, is not just about getting older, it's preventable. I give him 5 specific steps to turn things around. Let's go through them together. First, let's understand what sarcopenia really is. Starting around age 30s, you begin to lose about 3 to 5% of your muscle mass per decade, but it accelerates after 50 if you don't take action. Therefore, by the time you hit your 70s or 80s, you could lose up to 50% of your muscle mass if you do nothing about it. This loss is not just about looking fit, it affects your balance, mobility, and independence. But here's the good news. There are 5 key strategies that can help you limit sarcopenia and stay strong well into your later years. The number 1 strategy to fight sarcopenia is simple: strength training. Lifting weights using resistance bands or heavy body weight exercises stimulate muscle growth and preserve lean muscle. But it's not just about lifting heavy. Consistency is key. Studies show that training 2 to 3 times a week is optimal for maintaining muscle as you age. Therefore, if you are not already doing some form of resistance training, now it is the time to start. And it doesn't have to be at the gym. Push-ups, squats, or even heavy gardening can make a big difference. But remember, start slow and build your way up to avoid injury. When it comes to fighting muscle loss, protein is your best friend. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at processing protein. Therefore, you actually need more protein as you get older, not less. The current recommendation is 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily for older adults. So if you're 70 kilos, 154 pounds, you should aim for 84 to 112 grams of protein per day. But don't just rely on steak and eggs. Mix it up with plant-based proteins, fish, and legumes to keep it heart healthy too. You might think vitamin D is just for bones, but it plays a crucial role in muscle function too. Low levels of vitamin D have been linked to muscle weakness and falls in older adults. Therefore, getting your daily dose of sunlight or supplementation if you're living in a colder climate is critical. Aim for 800 to 1000 international units of vitamin D per day. And let's not to forget calcium. It is vital for muscle contraction and bone density. Good sources including leafy greens, dairy products, and fortified foods. But be careful with supplements. Too much calcium can lead to heart issues. Always consult with your doctor before starting. Here is the harsh truth. Sitting is the new smoking. Long periods of inactivity accelerate muscle wasting. But the good news is it doesn't take much to turn it around. Therefore, incorporating regular movement throughout your day, like walking, stretching, and even standing up every hour, can significantly reduce muscle loss. Studies show that 10,000 steps a day can make a massive difference in maintaining muscle and bone strength. But even if you can't hit that number, remember this: any movement is better than none. Walk after meals, take the stairs, and stretching during TV commercials, it all adds up. You probably heard of HIIT, strong bursts of intense exercise followed by periods of rest. But did you know it is incredibly effective at preserving muscle while burning fat? Therefore, just 20 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week, can boost your metabolism, enhance muscle growth, and improve cardiovascular health. But don't jump into too fast. Start with light intervals like brisk walking followed by slow walking, and build your endurance over time. So back to my patient. We implemented these 5 strategies: strength training twice a week, boosting his protein intake, getting his vitamin D levels checked, adding more movement to his daily routine, and even a bit of HIIT. But the transformation was incredible. He came back 3 months after implementing this with more energy, better balance, and even mentioned his tennis game improved. Therefore, he wasn't just getting older, he was getting stronger, and that's the power of targeting sarcopenia head on. So what's the takeaway? Sarcopenia is not just an inevitability of age. It is a challenge you can fight back against, but you have to be proactive. Therefore, start strength training, eat enough protein, get your vitamins, stay active, and push your limits with HIIT. Your future self will thank you. If you want to learn how to age stronger, not just older, hit that subscribe button for more in-depth health strategies right here on Dr. Noni's Power Lab. Until next time, stay strong, stay active, and keep fighting for your health. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.